I have a question for you to ponder. How often do we stop to consider the silent struggles of the men in our lives? It's an intriguing thought, isn't it? In our society, men are often expected to be the strong, silent types, the pillars of stoicism. They are taught to keep their emotions in check, to be the unwavering rocks in the storm. But what if this very expectation is the root of a problem that is often overlooked? I am talking about men's mental health. The silent battles they fight, the unseen wounds they carry, they all go unnoticed due to these societal norms. Expectations of strength and resilience can often lead to a dangerous silence around men's mental health. It's a conversation that needs to be had, a topic that needs to be addressed. It's time we turn the spotlight on men's mental health. The numbers speak louder than words, folks. Now let's dig into some hard facts. According to the World Health Organization, nearly 3/4 of suicides worldwide are men. That's not a number to be ignored, y'all. It's a call to action. But suicide is just the tip of the iceberg. The National Institute of Mental Health estimates that around 6 million men in the United States alone suffer from depression each year. Yet the majority of them never seek help. And why don't they? Well, there are a few reasons. One of them is the age-old stigma surrounding mental health. For too long, society has told men to man up, to suppress their feelings, to be strong. This has created a culture where men are less likely to admit they're struggling, much less seek help. Another reason is lack of awareness. Many people, men included, don't realize that what they're experiencing is a mental health issue. They might attribute their feelings to stress, or simply having a bad day. But when those bad days stack up, it's a sign that something deeper might be going on. And let's not forget about the lack of resources. In many places, mental health services are underfunded and understaffed. This means that even men who do seek help may not get the support they need. But perhaps the most troubling fact of all is this. Studies show that men are less likely to recognize the signs of mental health disorders in themselves. This means that many men are suffering in silence, unaware that they're not alone, and that help is available. We can't ignore these numbers, folks. They're not just statistics. They're our fathers, our brothers, our sons, our friends. Each one represents a life that could be saved if we just paid a little more attention, if we just broke down the barriers that keep men from seeking help. These figures reveal a silent crisis that needs our immediate attention. Men, just like anyone else, experience a range of emotions. Let's delve into the silent struggle many men face, a battle often fought behind closed doors. Common mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, and stress are not exclusive to any gender. Yet, in the realm of men's mental health, these matters often remain unaddressed, shrouded in silence. You see, men are traditionally seen as the unshakable pillars of strength. This societal expectation, this stereotype, it carries a heavy burden. It's a weight that many men bear, often alone. It can force them to suppress their emotions, to bottle up their feelings, and to shoulder their struggles in solitude. Depression, for instance, is a shadow that can follow anyone, regardless of their gender. It's a relentless darkness that can consume one's joy, one's hope, one's very will to carry on. But for men, the stigma attached to admitting they're struggling can make it even harder to seek help. Anxiety, too, is a silent tormentor. It's a beast that can twist one's thoughts, that can make the world seem like a never-ending maze of worries. Yet, men are often expected to be the calm in the storm, the steady hand in times of chaos. This expectation can make it difficult for men to acknowledge their anxiety, to admit that they, too, sometimes feel lost. And let's not forget stress. In a world that often equates a man's worth with his ability to provide, stress can be a constant companion. But the societal pressure to always be the provider, the protector, can make it challenging for men to express their stress, to admit that they, too, sometimes feel overwhelmed. The silent struggle of men's mental health is a reality we can no longer ignore. It's high time we break these chains of stereotypes and allow men to express their emotions freely. After all, vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to one's strength. Ignoring mental health issues doesn't make them disappear. No, it most certainly does not. When we close our eyes to the mental health struggles men face, we're not just turning a blind eye to their pain. We're also ignoring the ripple effects of these issues on every aspect of their lives. Consider this. A man is grappling with depression, but he keeps it to himself, believing he's supposed to be tough, to man up. He's not talking about it. He's not seeking help. And so, no one around him is aware of his internal battle. The impact? It seeps into his personal life. His relationships suffer. He drifts away from his loved ones because he's constantly fighting a battle they know nothing about. But it doesn't stop there. This silent struggle also invades his professional life. His performance takes a hit. He's less focused, less productive. He's battling his mind while trying to meet his deadlines. And that's a fight no one should have to wage. When we ignore men's mental health, we're not just overlooking their suffering, we're also setting up walls that isolate them, hindering their ability to connect with others. And let's not forget, we're stunting their professional growth, limiting their potential. Now imagine if we took the time to understand, if we acknowledge that mental health issues are not a sign of weakness, but a call for support and understanding. Imagine if we made it okay for men to express their feelings, to seek help when they're hurting. We'd be opening doors instead of closing them. We'd be fostering connections instead of severing them. We'd be promoting growth instead of stifling it. And most importantly, we'd be validating their experiences, letting them know that their mental health matters. The cost of ignorance is far too high to continue overlooking men's mental health. It's time we look beyond the stereotypes, beyond the stigma. It's time we make men's mental health a priority, for their sake and for ours. Because when we support mental health, we're not just helping individuals, we're building stronger communities, promoting healthier relationships, and paving the way for a more compassionate world. Change begins with awareness and understanding. Now let's talk about breaking the silence around men's mental health. It's high time we recognize that mental health issues aren't a sign of weakness, but a part of the human experience. No one is immune, and there isn't no shame in needing a little help, fellas. We can raise awareness by starting open conversations about mental health. It could be as simple as asking your buddy how he's doing and genuinely listening to his response. Encourage him to express his feelings no matter how big or small. We've all heard the old saying, a problem shared is a problem halved. Well, it's true. By talking about our experiences, we can help each other feel less alone in our struggles. Understanding and empathy play a crucial part in breaking the silence. We need to respond with compassion when someone opens up about their mental health. This ain't about fixing their problems, it's about showing them they're not alone in their fight. Remember, it's okay not to have all the answers. Sometimes the most important thing you can do is to just be present and listen. We must also acknowledge the important role of mental health professionals in this journey. They are trained to help us navigate through our mental health challenges, providing us with the right tools and strategies to cope. If someone you know is struggling, encourage them to seek help. There's a whole lot of resources out there, from therapists and counselors to hotlines and support groups. To break the silence, we must first break the stigma. We need to create a world where men feel comfortable talking about their mental health without fear of judgment or ridicule. It's time to shift our perspective and realize that seeking help isn't a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. Breaking the silence can be the first step towards healing. Let's start this conversation today, and together we can make a positive change for men's mental health. Every individual deserves mental peace and happiness. As we draw this conversation to a close, let's remember the key points we've discussed today. Men's mental health is often overlooked, a silent struggle hidden behind societal stereotypes and expectations. We've unveiled the facts, we've explored the impact of ignorance, and we've emphasized the importance of breaking the silence. It's crucial for us to address men's mental health, not just for the well-being of individuals, but for the health of our communities as a whole. It's time we challenge the stigmas, open up dialogues, and ensure that every man feels comfortable seeking the help they need. We encourage you to spread awareness, to support the men in your life, to listen, understand, and show empathy. Remember, your small actions can bring about significant changes. Together, we can make a difference. Let's not forget that a healthier mind leads to a healthier life. Did you find this video helpful? Was it an eye-opener for you? If so, please consider giving it a like and sharing it with your friends, family, and social networks. Your support helps us bring more awareness to issues like men's mental health that are often overlooked. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel for more enlightening content on important topics. We regularly provide insights and information that can help you understand and navigate the complexities of life. Remember, your support helps us bring more awareness to these crucial issues. Thank you for joining us in this journey towards a more empathetic and understanding world. Together, we can make a difference.